QCell brings you Q Football. With Q Football, you can get up-to-the-minute updates whenever your favorite team is playing in their league or in cup competitions. With Q Football, you can get details of any match that has ended for only $1 by sending your team's name to 411. Just send your team's name by SMS to 511 and receive 1 month's worth of goals, halftime scores, and full-time results of your favorite team for only $10 a month. For more information, call customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus, the only 3G plus network in the Gambia.
It's 1-0 in Bata, Gabon, to the credit of Zambia. The Chipolipo have been. It was a superb delivery to a superb goal. Brahma, you call it the work of the training ground.
Yeah, sometimes you see such moves and tactical play in the game. I think I was expecting pressure in this game. It does not happen that way in as much. What happens, I think Zambia got up to a well better start. Okay. They underlined their intention moving forward. And Sudan, you know, they will always want to play behind the ball in this particular game, which they did. But I think too many questions were asked of them in the defensive third. Okay. And you could see the signal of what's about to come, because in the 13 minutes, Mayuga got close to a one-time shot, great goalkeeping save from the keeper. But 2 minutes later, well, Zuzu came in on challenge, and that was lack of goalkeeper's concentration and the defenders identifying when to make decisions. Okay. And that's why I was saying that was a training goal. It's a tactical move, players coming out and other players going in. Okay. So, and I think that set up the pace for the rest of the game for a first half for Zambia.
Val, you've seen the game. Your impressions?
Well, it's interesting so far. The Zambia coach, Renard, keeps wearing his white shirt, and his team keeps progressing. Is that part of it? I don't know. I'll leave that to the superstitious people. Okay. But it's very interesting to see. But as we were watching the game, Ibrahim made a point, a very vital point of Sudan having, I think they were playing their group games in Equatorial Guinea. Okay. And they switched over because they came second in their group. And they've gone over to Gabon, and the conditions are probably not as favorable to them as it were in Equatorial Guinea. Maybe that's taking a toll on them, because we've already seen two of their players in the first 45 minutes going off through muscle injuries or disturbances. Let's hope they can still maintain a high level of performance, and we'll see a better second half. But Zambia took advantage of a very good set piece that was put into the box, and the striker only had one thing to do, and to put it at the back of the net. And you could blame the defenders for not doing a man-marking thing of it, or the coach for only instructing the players for zonal marking. But the goalkeeper had everything to do, and he didn't do it, and they got punished.
After the goal, he did make some brilliant saves.
He was the busiest among the two goalkeepers in the game. That is expected, actually. Okay. I think Zambia could have gone forward to claim for another second goal and hopefully close the door for Sudan. But you see the complexity of the game from the 19 to the 20 minutes changes. Yeah. Because when we look at Zambia played initially a lower defense. And then because they were trying to shorten the space between, or the gap between the back four and the keeper. Because the Zambian players are very fast from the flank and very innovative. So, and when they were scored, now they have to come out of their shells to at least go. They were tactical. In the first, before the goal, they were playing behind the ball. On the break, they give support on the man on the ball. But now they have to play a long team. And then the complexity changed, because Zambia would now come back and pull on the break. So he was the busiest among the two goalkeepers. But I think one thing we need to understand, I think Zambia, up till now, this is the fourth game, the two center backs, the two central defenders have played continuously throughout. They haven't changed. That is a strength for the team. So that is very important. That's one of the reasons their central defense compose and contain.
Cohesion.
Yeah, it is.
Val, Sudan have been making some very poor deliveries in regards to their passes.
Yeah,
is that out of frustration?
I don't know. don't get this wrong. Sudan have done really well to come this far. No one really expected it, especially after the opening game against Cote d'Ivoire. They didn't really do much there. Yes, they played decently, but they got beaten, and no one expected them to be in the quarterfinals, especially ahead of Angola. But so far, I'm not going to write them off and say they're punching above their weight, but I think it's a bit difficult for them right now. But just one point, I want to mention this again. We know it's a Gambian referee officiating this game. I don't know what the CAF rules are, or whether they've already chosen their referee for the final, but Bakary Gassama is doing himself and the whole of Gambia very proud, taking control of this game very well and giving cards when necessary and putting his authority on the players and on the pitch. And that's good to see for Gambia.
Okay. You must have known Bakary Gassama.
Papa,
our very own brother.
It's commonly known as Papa. Yeah, like I said, the last time around, two referees have to deal with two decisions on the pitch. And the decisions are his authority as a referee, and then the share authorities. Share authorities is with the assistant linesman and even the other person. So I think we've seen key decisions that he had made in the first game, and then today also we saw he made very good decisions. If you look at the penalty claims, it was found that it's not a penalty, and then he could have been moved away that simulation, but he stood to his guard and gave a cautionable, a card to the player. But what impresses me is oftentimes you see some of these coastal coaches, referees, they'll be standing anywhere and then looking action from far. You understand? And they still get paid. He keep up with all movements. He's always within the premise of the incident. So that is to show you he has